preempted being outed. You know, many would also say that maybe your minister was going to be outed and you preempted it.
If you feel, if anybody is wanting to feel that a government that wants to do good, that has come on such a people's mandate, tries to concoct and trap its own minister, I mean, it is fairly stupid of BJP.
No, preempted to be outed, he was corrupt, it was going to come out in public domain, you just took action before, where it would have been an embarrassment, a face saver.
People, naysayers will say whatever they have to.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, CM Bhagwant Mann today made sure that the faith that millions of people have in Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party
Arshpreet Khadial, where does the Congress stand on this? Because since the morning there have been contradictory reactions coming in. Half of what was the erstwhile Navjot Singh Sidhu camp is congratulating Bhagwant Mann, saying great job done, never been done in the history of Punjab. The other one criticizing him. Where does the truth lie, where the Congress's reaction to this is concerned?
One, my name is Arshpreet Khadial, not Arshpreet. Second of all, I'd beg to differ. We do not have two different statements being given by the party. The statement is very simple. That in 2.5 months of Aam Aadmi Party's regime, just 2 days ago, an MLA of Aam Aadmi Party gets convicted for 3 years of imprisonment. And today, a minister's scandal of corruption gets revealed. And that's been happening from the last 24 days. And Mr. Mann did not disclose it out of conscience. Allegedly, it was disclosed out of compulsion because the information had already gotten out. And the worst of all is that sensitive information was withheld. It was kept discreet by the CM, and he would tell others to record it and send it on the corruption helpline that they have initiated. But he himself did not do the same, even though there was a confession made by Mr. Vijay Singla before Mr. Mann. Despite that, he did not follow what he says and what he asked other people to do. That's, it's simply because it's a member of his own party. And second, who else is involved is still a big secret. We don't know. We don't know who this Pradeep Kumar is. Aam Aadmi Party should put some light on it if it's a relative of Mr. Singla or if it's not. And second, Mr. Mann in the morning said that I'll initiate police action against the perpetrators. However, an FIR had already been registered before Mr. Mann's statement at 11:38 a.m. Then how can you say that I'll make sure that an action is initiated? Second, the Section 7 and Section 8 of Prevention of Corruption Act are lenient sections. The imprisonment may only extend to 5 years, which means they can also be sentenced for 1 year, 2 years. And since Mr. Mann says and tom-toms about the fact that, I'm very much against corruption, he has been given an extrajudicial confession by Mr. Vijay Singla. When he confessed to him, he should become a prosecution witness.
I want to bring in Jasmine Shah,
I just have 2 more statements to make, very important points. Mr. Chadda's chest thumping and saying it's a commendable act. No, it's not commendable. It's condemnable that a minister of Aam Aadmi Party has been indulging into corruption from the last 24 days, and still, despite the fact you haven't imposed Section 13 and 14 of Prevention of Corruption Act because they are more stringent actions. And third, they talked about Lokpal. They talked about so many things. But let me tell you one thing. They wouldn't do anything. And this incident, let's not see it in isolation. It's the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
The House of Cards is
Arshpreet, I'm sorry I got your name wrong, but Sukhpal Singh Khera rings a bell with you? Would you call him a prominent Congress leader? Yes, no, maybe?
Whom are you talking about?
Sukhpal Singh Khera, prominent Congress leader from Punjab?
One prominent.
No, I'm asking you, sir. Yes.
It's a matter of perspective. For some
perspective. No. You said no. You started your argument with that I have it wrong, that no Congress leader has. Sukhpal Singh Khera, if Mr. Sukhpal Singh Khera, Arshpreet rings a bell with you, I will quote unquote. This bold action of Bhagwant Mann is a lesson to erstwhile Congress CMs. He is giving a lesson to your own CM, former CM.
Two wrongs don't make a right, number one. And second, that's not the matter what Khera
said. But the matter is he's from your party, that's the matter.
That a minister has indulged into corruption, despite that no stringent action has been taken, no serious sections have been imposed. Section 7 and 8 are very
has said this is I will once again say it, sir, that this is a lesson for the former CMs of Punjab, who have been the former CMs of late. Pray tell me, Amrinder Singh, your party, Charanjit Singh Channi, your party.
No, one second. Mr. Badal is also the former CM of Punjab.
All right. Okay, so there are all of them together. Okay, I don't want to digress from this debate. I'm just correcting you.
The issue is not
Mr. Arshpreet Khadial, I am only correcting you. Jasmine Shah, sir, please don't scream. Okay, Jasmine Shah.
We're not screaming. But let's not deflect. The issue here is the minister.
There is no deflecting the issue. The fact is a part of your party has praised him. That's all I'm saying, which you're refusing to accept.
I'm sorry, I won't take this. I won't take this because Congress party is not the topic. The topic is Aam Aadmi Party's minister.
Sir, my question, why are you digressing the debate? Can I just get Jasmine Shah back into this conversation? Okay, Jasmine Shah, is this a stunt? Because somewhere down the line, there was already, it was very clear that you preempted it, that this man was corrupt in question. You're going into an election in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh in the next 3 months. Your only calling card right now has been anti-corruption and, of course, the Kejriwal development model. You would have been left red-faced.
If this was a stunt and it was such a great strategy, why did the Congress not dismiss CM Chiranjeev when they knew that the government of India was going to order a raid on his nephew and 60 crore of rupee was going to be found at the nephew's place? You know what the Congress did even after this money was found? They started saying that we are being bitch hunched. They never for once condemned the fact that no, the strongest action must be taken and we will make sure that the nephew of the CM is put behind bars. No, they came and they defended it. So this just shows that today if there is one party that has lost any kind of respect on the issue of corruption, scam after scam after scam, it is Congress. Each and every of their senior leaders, be it the sand mafia, be it the liquor mafia, be it the transport mafia, in Punjab, there's a reason why Punjab is in 3 lakh crore of debt. How did 3 lakh crore of debt happen in Punjab when all the development indices have gone down? This is because
is this going to be the only head that will roll? Was he working in isolation is a question that Mr. Sirsa had raised earlier. I want to bring back Mr. Sirsa into this conversation.
And let me answer that. And today's example shows that it is not some, some party karyakarta at the last who has been suspended. No, the head rolls at the top. And the message goes down through the bureaucracy, through the party and through the cabinet that not even one single rupee will be tolerated.